Guys, it's Monday, just out for a recovery ride today. Not that last week was crazy at all, it was actually a bit of a rest down week. We're going to be experimenting with going rest day Monday, Friday, and then 3 days on, a bit more intensity for those 3 days, and Saturday, Sunday, double intensity. So yeah, just spinning out the legs today, feeling nice weather. Yeah, can't complain. We've got a couple of sessions to do this week and then racing on Saturday and Sunday actually. 25-mile TT in Cambridge and then a road race in Derby, so we'll see how we get on with those. I'm taken by what I assume was Connor Swift. Actually coming up with some temporary traffic lights, so I was like, we could say hello. We went through the red, bunny hopped onto the curb. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I just gave him a stop and then he was gone. Yeah, we'll see. Hi guys, it's Tuesday. On the bike for a TT threshold session today. It's just a 48-minute effort, so increasing from 42 minutes last week. A bit cooler today, but it's wet outside, so be quite humid. Still keeping on top of the cooling, so got the ice vest on, doing my warm-up, try and keep cool as possible. Also going to try and top this up to a 4-hour ride. So like taking more rest days, but then more intensity on the hard days. So rest day Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is my intensity. So I'll make those rides longer than the typical 3 hours. Try and make them all 4 hours. Priority is that 48-minute effort and seeing how we can do for that. 360, around 360 watts last week for the 42 minutes. Just have to see what we've got in our legs. 48 minutes done, warm again. 25 degrees C by the end in here, so similar to last time where I just got this like microclimate that I create from doing the long effort, because it's not 25 degrees outside, it's more like 20, 18, but it's wet today, so humidity's high, so I think struggling to sweat. Sweat's not dissipating into the air as much because of the humidity, so yeah, I think it was harder than last week, and my core body temperature reflected that. I was up at 39 degrees C, half an hour in or something, maybe even less. And yeah, you see that, the power drop off as a result. So yeah, probably a bit down on my 42-minute effort, but kept it going. Like, maybe it's slightly risky to keep going at that high temperature, but if I reach that temperature in a race, like, I'm not going to stop, am I? So yeah, just spinning the legs out because it's really quite muscular fatiguing doing that long an effort. So spin the legs out for a couple of minutes and then go get a bunch of water. Probably put the ice vest. I'll put the ice vest back on and try and bring that temperature down. But yeah, good training at the end of the day. It's like mentally really hard. But like, I don't really care about the power. Like, I see the power dropping off. It's all about RP at the end of the day. Like, my heart rate was in the low 170s, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm working hard, like what I'm actually able to produce isn't necessarily as important, you just do the best you can do, can't you? Like, if my power is not where I want it to be on the day for the race, like, I'll just keep going, try and get more aero, you know. So yeah, happy to get another one in the bank. And yeah, another 2 hours zone 2 after this. Just keep it tapping out. Whew. Le classic rotation. Right, need to get some more water. Cool back down again so I can take the ice vest back off. Yeah, another hour and a half spin to do. There he is. What the fuck? All the boys riding on their heads. Hell yeah, I wish I could do that. Road rash would be rough. Watching the finish of the tour stage. Surely Jasper has to. Textbook, unfortunate for Gamai. It's Wednesday. Up for a nice zone 2 ride today. Plan on being out for 4 hours. lovely day. And then Sheffield Grand Prix in the evening, not racing, but gonna go down and spectate, or a few people I know who are doing it, so that should be good fun. 2 hours 10 into the ride and 67k in, so making good time. Probably a bit hillier in the second half, so probably not gonna be 30k an hour average, but yeah, nice and fast today with the nice weather. And yeah, getting aero again, feeling much better in that aero hoods position, triceps not aching, well, they're not aching yet. It's a good sign, because I've been holding it for a good few hours, well, maybe an hour and a half total. Come on, Jack! Come on, Matty! Come on, Matty! Hey guys, it's Thursday. Getting out on the bike for a TT session. Got 2 by 24 minutes with 8-minute rest. Yeah, I've got a different section of road that I'm planning on doing it on, because there's still roadworks on the main road that I've got for doing these sort of efforts on. But I'll do the first section of road, and if that doesn't work, then I might try Manchester Road again, even though I know there's probably roadworks still on it. But yeah, just get out and see how it is. Like, doing intervals outside, like you need to expect that stuff's going to go wrong, like getting held up by roadworks and stuff, so it's not a big deal if that does happen again, but yeah, just be aware of it. And yeah, I sculled a bunch of sugar before I've gone, got a gel with me, but got a little bit of water, 400ml probably, but be out for like an hour and a half, and it's warm, but you need to be able to cope with that sort of thing. So like during a 25 miler, I'm not fueling during the event, so yeah, just need to be used to that. But yeah, get out and see how we get on. Good session that. Temporary traffic lights on, so I went to that new section of road, and of course there was I started my effort, and then a minute in there was temporary traffic lights. Like, fuck's sake, man. But yeah, just waited it out and then finished the effort, and it was like a 10-mile course, and I think I ended up doing it in like 23 minutes. So I was planning on doing a 24-minute effort, and after I finished it, it's on the downhill, so I'm like not going to keep going with the effort because it's not safe, because it gets really busy on that downhill. Had about an 8-minute rest, I'd say. I did pull over to have a drink, and then did have to stop at some to give away a section, but then so paused it for 6 minutes, but it said 6 minutes on the lap, but I might have been stopped for another 2 minutes, about 8 minutes, and then did the same section of road I did last week up Manchester Road, even though I knew there'd be the temporary traffic lights, but managed to make it through straight away without getting interrupted. Had to give away a point before that, but it's all right. Yeah, and then got to finish that effort, and again it was a bit short. It was about 20 minutes for the full effort, even though I think I turned around, did about a minute down, so I was probably 19 minutes, 18 minutes uphill, then a couple minutes downhill, but not the 24 minutes I was looking for. So yeah, did the full descent, and then I've got like a shorter hill back up to home. So I just did that 4 minutes around threshold, bit higher really, pushing close to 400 watts, but about 48 minutes of work at threshold, which was the aim. Obviously not the two uninterrupted blocks that I was looking for, but like I say, you have to make it work out on the road, and I guess it's lovely riding around here, but it's especially TT efforts, like it's not the best, just because I don't have any flat uninterrupted stretch of the road. So yeah, made it work though, so yeah, happy with that. I'll get out on the road bike now for a couple of hours as well. Speedy ride. Back out on the bike now, hour and a half in, heading up Munsell Head, which seems to be the spot where I always pull out the camera. Get like 10 minutes into the climb and I'm like, yeah, I might as well record something, say hello. So I'm looking up here. So yeah, feeling good. Should be about 2.5 hours total. did an hour and 20 on the TT bike, so just under the 4-hour target for the day. But yeah, really happy. So yeah. Warm for sure. Good heat stimulus today. Yes, it's Friday. Just getting out for a 1-hour recovery ride, really easy spin. Then I've got the 25-mile TT in Cambridge tomorrow, so yeah, looking forward to that, see how that goes. Yeah, just get out, enjoy the really nice weather. It's like 25 degrees, which is a big change for us. Nice little ride that, and then got out on the TT bike for 5 minutes, just check everything's all alright with the race wheels on, and yeah, all seems good, so on to tomorrow morning. Just having a final look at the course for tomorrow. So like very straightforward, just 2 out and backs on this dual carriageway. And yeah, it being Cambridge, like it looks quite hilly from this profile, but the max it gets up to is like a 3% gradient. It's typically just like a 1% grade for these uphill or downhill drags. So yeah, should be really fast, and yeah, bit of a climb going on the slip roads, but yeah, nothing crazy, and yeah, conditions are looking good for tomorrow. So yeah, just a mild crosswind, nice and warm. 23, 24 degrees is going to be really good for moving faster in that warm air. Crosswind as it's an east westerly course, and we've got like basically a northerly breeze. Maybe a slight headwind on the way out, but yeah, pretty minor. Predicted to come fourth, but I'd like to think, and Windstock is predicting a really good conditions, but I'd like to think I could beat this time of the predicted time of the winner. Has been a hard block of training for the past 3 days, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, did like 12 hours in 3 days, 2 TT sessions, so still some fatigue in the legs, but like I want to do a good performance here, but it's not the be all end all. Like I'm prioritising the nationals, so but yeah, it's going to be really good conditions tomorrow, so see what I can do. I did 48.5 on a arguably a harder day, I'd say. So yeah, I'd like to say I could beat this time. 46 something, sub 47, that'd be really cool. Pretty much perfect conditions, so we'll just have to see. Looking forward to it. See what we got in the legs. As per tradition, won't be able to do this for nationals though. I actually have to pin the skin suit. Hey guys, it's Saturday, early start today, so it's 10 to 7 now, and on my way to Cambridge, so I should get there for just after 9:30, then racing at 11. So yeah, absolutely perfect day for it, nice and warm. Yeah, realised I'd forgotten my sugar water. I made up my 200 grams of sugar with salt in it, and yeah, left it in the fridge. So decided to stop and get some Haribos today. I'll probably try and eat most of this packet, 125 grams. 140 grams before the race, and then have this afterwards, and then probably put that in a bottle and get some salt down me. On a day like this, like I don't want to risk it with not consuming, because I put a good amount of salt in that bottle, like probably try and get 3 grams of just sodium chloride, and then this is the stuff I have at home, the mix between mostly potassium chloride and some sodium chloride, and I put a good 3-4 grams of that in the bottle. So yeah, want to make sure I'm on top of the salt as well, because yeah, I'm going to be sweating lots. So yeah, right, last 10 minutes of the drive now, and then yeah, get to HQ and get sorted. Arrived now. Also was able to get some table salt, because so that I can make up like a bit of a salt solution with more sodium chloride than potassium chloride, because I got that half potassium, well, it's more potassium chloride than sodium chloride, and I want more sodium, than a fair bit more sodium than potassium. So just getting some table salt and putting that in a bottle, and then I'll mix that with the half and half that I've got, and then I've got the Haribos obviously. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, hour and 40 minutes till the race, so just chill out for a minute, and yeah, then start getting ready. Final recon of the course on the phone, I think. Right, ice vest on, do a 20-minute easy spin on the rollers, then head to the start. Give myself plenty of time to get, it says 10 minutes to get to the start, give myself at least 15. But yeah, chomp down some more Haribos. Remember to take my caffeine as well. Also got chalk if I decide to go with that for sweaty hands. Right, time to go. Relatively happy with that performance. Like, definitely not my best work, but I'll take it. Yeah, hard week of training, big sessions on Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, legs were on my rest day yesterday. My legs were pretty knackered. They loosened up a little bit today. Plenty of massage gun work before my warm up, but yeah, definitely. I mean, because the performance today didn't really matter. It's all about the training and nationals, really. I'm saying that as though I did 55 minutes, but no, I think I did about 47 and a half. Yeah, conditions weren't as... It was meant to be perfect conditions. Probably wasn't exactly. I feel like it was windier and colder than... I don't know if it's 20 degrees for the ride, but definitely when I finished it was 20 degrees and the wind had picked up a lot. So it was definitely harder on the outward leg. You caught a bit of a nice tailwind on some of the stretches on the way back, but it felt like you were getting more punished in the wind than it was benefiting you. When it was meant to just be like a flat 10-mile-an-hour headwind, but yeah, definitely picked up to more than that, I'd say, just off my perception. Yeah, main thing is I was going well. It was 2 out and backs. I did the first out and back, got to the roundabout, coming back onto the dual carriageway, and there's the exit for this road that you come along for at the very start, and it's so smooth. It looks like it could have been the slip road. So I accidentally went down that. So I had to, and then realised I'd fucked up. Did a U-turn. So I might get disqualified, to be honest. So I did a U-turn, lost about 20 seconds maybe, and then got back through the roundabout, back onto the dual carriageway, and yes, it definitely dampened my spirits, because I'm like, there's probably like a 50, I don't know what the percentage chance of them DQing me is. Like, there was marshals there, so they would have seen me do a U-turn. I think that's illegal, but yeah, we'll just see. But that dampened my spirits, because I'm like, no matter how good a time I do, I'm probably getting DQ'd. Still pushed hard, still wanted to get a good training effort out of it, and did similar sort of power to my previous 25 miler, but different power meter, so take that with a grain of salt. I think the 4Rise is like the lowest. I think it's the lowest reading power meter I have, and last time I did a 25, I was using the Asioma, so like different things, but yeah, decent power, decent effort. Got up to 40 degrees C and felt fine. Highest core body temperature I've seen. I felt absolutely fine. Yeah, didn't overheat, but like I said, it was a bit cooler than the 25 degrees that was forecast. And yeah, about 47.5 minutes, I reckon. If I hadn't fucked up, like, I would have been digging hard to do a sub 47. I reckon I would have got that comfortably. But like I say, with my wrong turn, probably getting DQ'd. So, oh well, it's still a good outing, and yeah, it's all practice at the end of the day. Even if I have a DQ next time I name rather than a first. Right, do a little bit of a spin, have some ice water. Yeah, feels fine, because it's not 25 degrees and it's overcast now. But yeah, like I said, the wind did pick up, so not best conditions ever. Didn't look like there was anyone. It was quite low key at HQ. It didn't look like there was anyone official there. So and there's an official time. Well, there's an unofficial time up for me of like 47:21, which has me winning. But yeah, I wasn't gonna just go up to everyone and start outing myself as having taken a wrong turn. Like, I didn't benefit from my mistake. Like, I lost. If anything, I lost 20 seconds. So it's not like it's unfair. I didn't benefit from it. So if the time stands, I think that's fair enough. So yeah, just I'm not too bothered, to be honest. Like, if I get DQ'd, I get DQ'd. But we'll just have to wait and see if they've already decided or if they didn't notice. But yeah, whatever. Get home now. Mate, he's too good. He's too good. Just chilling out now after the race. Hi guys, it's Sunday. Just arrived at the start of my road race, and I saw the HQ's like on circuit, and just driving here. I was driving around the circuit, and I saw red flag marshals, and I'm like, that's really weird. Why are they out so early?
because our race isn't for another 2 hours. And then I saw the convoy come in, and there's some riders. And I'm like, what the fuck? The race actually started, and yeah, it looks like there's a separate race going on where I'm assuming it might be a Cat 4 only, because I know someone who said they were racing, but I didn't see them on the start list. So I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure I saw him out on the road, Craig. So I'm assuming there's a Cat 4 only race going on now. Look, I didn't know was going on, didn't know existed, and I'd fucked up the timings. But I've checked the flyer, and everywhere it says 12:30. So hopefully it's the case that's just a Cat 4 only race, and then the 234's happening as scheduled in 2 hours. But yeah, go to HQ now and check that's the case. Oh my god.
Right, all ready to go. Got 40 minutes before the briefing, so just get out on course, get a lap done, and then yeah, get out there, see how we get on today. Oh my word, bloody hard work that. Super strong lads, made us work for it. So yeah, it was about so it's a 7.5k loop, and we effectively did it 11 times, say 10 and a half, but it's basically 11. And each lap has about 100 meters of elevation. So there was a long sustained climb, which was probably like 4 or 5 minutes, between like 3 and 6% undulating. So that was like a threshold, but then a threshold climb, but then people would attack on that climb to make it really hard work. So I'm surging above 500, 600 watts to keep on the wheel, because drafting so it's still important at that climb. And then you got a descent and this crazy hairpin, and after that it's a really sharp kicker climb where it's like probably 45 seconds a minute if attacks roll over the top, and that one is just absolutely power to the pedals, absolutely mash it. So we did 11 times 2 climbs a lap. Like, oh god, it was hard work. And like three laps to go, it's like, oh my god, let this just be over. But it was a big field and like 50 riders, and the hard course made it decisive. So the group was getting ripped to shreds, and plenty of people getting spat out the back each lap. And I'd noticed I'd drift back in the bunch. I'm like 2/3 of the way back in the bunch, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I look behind me, and there's no one behind me because we've lost 1/3 of the field, sort of thing. But yeah, lots of strong riders. I was quite active early on to try and not necessarily. I got in a break early on, but it got brought back. Wasn't necessarily trying to get in breaks, just making sure we weren't letting a break go away for free. Like if it was a section where I wouldn't say I was ever pulling back the brake on the front, but I was making sure we'd the time gap stabilised, you know. Yeah, pretty happy with how I raced it. And then like 45 minutes in, I'm like, yeah, I can't keep monitoring stuff like this. I'm just gonna die. So definitely sat in a lot more, and it was still bloody hard work because of those climbs. Like, you don't get a free ride, especially being heavier, I guess. And yeah, a group of 5 broke away, a 3 laps ago or something, and then two more people broke away. I don't know why they didn't get chased back, to be fair. I think that was just complacency by the peloton. So yeah, I was just with the main peloton that survived going into the finish, and the finish was up that sharp kicker climb, and then it was just like an uphill false flat drag to the line, and we absolutely minced it up the climb. And I just kept on the gas over the top of the climb, like another minute on the pedal or something, just absolutely driving it, and came past one person who got dropped from the break of 5. So there was 6 people up the road and came 7th. I didn't really realise it until I crossed the finish and heard the guys in front saying they were 5th and 6th, and I was like, oh shit, 7th. That's really good. Yeah, that's definitely my standout road racing result of the season. Yeah, better than any of my crit results, because the calibre of this race being a regional A, Cat 2, 3, 4, basically all Cat 2 riders. Yeah, getting a top 10 is really good, and 7th is brilliant. And yeah, I didn't make the break, but was able to hold my own in that main peloton behind, and win from that group by a large margin, because I had something left over the top of that kicker.
yeah, really happy, really good weekend. Obviously, I had a good 25 mile yesterday. I'm talking to my time trial expert, Paul Burton. He's saying that it's unlikely that I'd get disqualified. Yeah, we'll just have to see though. But yeah, really happy with this weekend. A little spin to keep the legs moving, and then go home and see Pogacar win the time trial stage, win his sixth stage of the Tour de France. Like, he's on such flying form. I reckon he's got it. Gonna beat Remco, beat them all. Ooh, good work. Yeah, ended up coming sixth actually. So it was a group of 4 up the road, which included Matty and Caleb. Matty Leach ended up coming. My mate ended up coming third, and then Caleb got dropped, and I came past him. And then from our peloton, Sam Walsham and Taylor Hill had attacked. So there's 5 guys in front of me. So I came home for 6th, which is really good. Can't complain with that at all. Yeah, really nice. I'm planning on doing one more road race this season after the 10 mile nationals at the end of August. So start of September, I've planned on doing another race of this East Midlands Road Race League in Nottingham. It was in Derby today. Really happy with that. Matty and Caleb were pretty happy with their results as well. Like, I mean, it's all top 10 in a regional A road race. It's like a solid result, to be fair. Scran. Sunday dinner later, so need to get the carbs in first.
Just been through, actually, rather than the arch. So we wait. Not even Marx has had a moment like this. Impeccable, incomparable, and irresistible. Pogacar crushes the